Now we have the blocks all sewn together, and I'll show you a few of them. The colors are just so vibrant against the black, and the two different grays really help offset the color fabrics. These blocks should have finished at 16.5 inches unfinished, and if not, you will need to trim them up to that. So once we have the blocks all sewn together, it's necessary to lay them out according to the pattern to make sure that you've sewn them correctly and that everything is going to line up the way it does. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lay that right column of blocks on top of the center column and just chain piece the blocks like we did the individual pieces. Now I have that right column of blocks all flipped on top of the center column of blocks, and I will take those to the sewing machine and sew them together. Just chain piece the blocks, and then when I'm done with those, I will take the blocks that are in the left column and flip them onto the center column, and then chain piece sew them. The rows are all sewed together now. And in order to help with the nesting, the top row has been pressed to the left, the next row to the right, the next row to the left, the next row to the right. Now we will take and sew the rows together. The quilt center is all sewn together now. And when the rows were sewn together, it was all pressed towards the top of the quilt. The next thing that we will be doing is measuring our quilt to determine the borders. So to determine the top and bottom width, you basically start on this right-hand side and go across like this to the other side and measure that, and measure it at the bottom, the middle, and the top of the quilt. And to measure how long the sides need to be, you start up here at the top and measure down this way, going all the way down to the bottom, and do that again in the center.